So this is News 24. I'm Erin Bates, and we're talking to the Media Diversity Manager for Right2Know. Micah Reddy, thank you for your time. I know that Right2Know is planning a meeting on Monday with what you call stakeholders. What exactly is that meeting going to be about?
We basically want to make the circle bigger. There are a whole lot of various different attempts, a lot of overlapping attempts to push back against the political interference that we're seeing at the SABC. This is about bringing in as many like-minded individuals and organizations as possible and coordinating our attempts. There's a lot of momentum at the moment. A lot is happening. It's hard to keep on top of it all. So this is an effort to channel things more effectively.
Yeah, if we look at the press conference that happened on Tuesday with Right2Know Motsoneng and some of the other senior members of the SABC, they seem to think that people, organizations such as yours, aren't really representing their audience and that you are the so-called Right2Know group. What's your response to that?
I mean, it's very convenient to just dismiss these protests. But we've been seeing protests from a very, very wide spectrum of the South African public. I mean, it's not just Right2Know. Keep in mind that we're a grassroots organization. We have a massive base. We're rooted in poor and working class communities. And there's been a real push from within our organization to fight against what's happening at the SABC, to do something now. Because this is not just about, the chattering classes. The SABC is the media machine in the country with the widest reach. And what Right2Know Motsoneng is doing is censoring the struggles of ordinary people, censoring the news that ordinary people depend on. Remember that the SABC, for millions of households, is the primary source of broadcast news, sometimes the only source. So people are furious that their voices are being airbrushed out of the media, that they're being excluded. And as I said, it's not just Right2Know, it's various partners, it's the unions, it's journalists within the SABC. It's Jimmy Matthews, for God's sake. I mean, really, that claim just doesn't hold up at all. SACP, DA, just about everyone other than a faction of the ANC is on board with Right2Know's decision.
Have you had any sort of open support from, you mentioned there are factions of the ANC that are in opposition to you and your campaign, but have you had open support from ANC members, maybe ward councillors in certain districts, anything on record?
Well, it's difficult because a lot of South Africans have when it comes to political identities, identities can be quite complicated. So you can be an ANC member and still wildly opposed to Right2Know Motsoneng or a particular faction of the ANC. You can be a member of a union affiliated to COSATU that is still very opposed to what Right2Know Motsoneng is doing. And there are those within the ANC Broad Alliance who are opposed to what's happening there. Look at the SACP and COSATU, for instance. So again, it shows that this claim that it's a bunch of it's a small clique with a political agenda who are protesting against Right2Know is absolute nonsense. And the whole edifice is crumbling now. It's not just pickets outside the SABC. There are massive rumblings from within.